John Busno. This is Meet the Coach. And today I'm joined by members of the Butler High School basketball team. We have Val Rusma, Jill Muller, and Christine Vaccaro. Welcome, ladies, to Meet the Coach.
Well, thank you.
Pleasure to have you guys here. Val, I'll start with you.
Okay.
How does it feel being a part of not just one state-bound team in Butler basketball, but you were also involved with Butler girls soccer? How did that feel, being a part of two state tournament teams?
It was a really good feeling. You learned a lot, and it was a lot of fun. Our teams were great, and it's exciting to go from one sport to the next and then have that level of competition in both sports.
How about you, Christine? It was a successful season for you as well. How do you feel about it?
It was very exciting, and it was fun that even though when it was disappointing after soccer was over, we had something to look forward to for basketball and have just a good, exciting season.
How about you, Joe? You were a part of a few tournaments, I should say, with Butler basketball. What were your thoughts about it?
Yeah, it was exciting, and the three of us were lucky enough that in our past seasons we had gotten as far as we did this year too. So we weren't super nervous yet. You still had that nervous feeling and an excitement to it, but it was a lot of fun, and I would do it all over again in a heartbeat.
I look at the team all together, and you had some younger talent along with it. You had Kim LaPenta, and you had some other young ladies. What was it like having them be a part of the success that you had?
It was good. It kind of felt like, fresh breath of air. They brought like different things to the team. When we had like our experience, they had had new different ways of thinking about things because they were younger and they were still like learning all the plays and everything. But it's good to have someone new because you can teach them and then they can get better for the next years.
As a senior, I'm talking about all three of you. What type of advice did you give these the newcomers when they entered the hardwood?
Just to relax, I guess, and don't think of it as being such a big game and an important game. Think of it as just another night, another day in our gym, whatever, and just relax and just play your game, because if they focused and did that, then we were good as gold, and that's what happened. So.
Let's talk about the season in general. You started out with Villa Walsh at Villa Walsh, didn't do well. Then you had the Hackettstown tournament, and you came within a hop, skip, and jump from becoming champions there. Looking at the holiday tournament and the regular season in general, what do you think? What was your thought at that time?
Well, our tournament that we entered was really difficult this year, and it was definitely a learning experience. We played some of the best teams in the state, and from that point we knew what our state tournament would be like. So losing to Villa was definitely hard, and when we played them the next time, we pretty much creamed them, so it was a good feeling. But it was learning. We started out, we thought we were going to go in and win everything, but we had a lot to learn first before we could start winning games.
What was it like being coached by Coach Luciani and Coach Strong during your 4 years?
They're a blast. You've got Al, who is just so knowledgeable about basketball. He can teach you. He's taught me everything I know about basketball. And then you've got Strong, and he's a good coach, but he's definitely comic relief.
How about you?
Oh yeah, the guys are awesome. Sometimes you don't forget they're your coach because they're so laid back, and they really can get down to like a kid's kind of level and know how to communicate with us, which is great, and that's really important in a coach. To not be all the time of like, do this, more of like, well, if you move it this way, you can get better angles and stuff. So in that sense, it definitely helped out a lot. And they always had the confidence in us. I don't think there's a time when you didn't think deep down that they definitely knew you could do what you were doing out there. So.
Speaking of coaches, there was one coach who a lot of us are familiar with, Nicole Lewandowski, who was a member of the state championship team back in 2003. Did she give you girls any advice on performing as seniors?
I think she definitely had a different perspective for us compared to the coaches, not just because she's female, but also because she played at Butler and was coached by them also. She just was always like moral support. She always give you little tidbits, but she did it in a lot less intimidating way. Like, she would just tell you what to do, and you'd understand and do it. Like, you wouldn't get yelled at on the court.
She knew what it was like to be in our spot, because when we were freshmen, she was actually a senior, and she knew exactly what we were going through, and she also like practiced with us and made us better in practice also.
Going to get back to 2003, you said that you were all freshmen. There was a former coach who unfortunately is no longer with us in Keith Elwood. He guided the Butler girls team to a championship in 2003. And for those who don't remember, he unfortunately passed away back in the holiday time while playing for Forest Catholic. What are your thoughts about Coach Elwood?
From what I remember of him, when we were freshmen, he was very involved in Butler. And he knew all the athletes, he knew everyone's name. Even I remember my track meets, he would always go to our track meets, like ask how your time was. And he was just so involved in Butler. And even though he was teaching at Morris Catholic, he had like they always say, he had a place in his heart for Butler. So he's like, I have nothing but nice things to say about him.
You two have anything to say about Coach Elwood?
I would agree. I know also our freshman year going into our sophomore year, he came to basketball camp with us and worked with our team as we had lost 6 seniors. And he stayed with us throughout camp and was always there to help us out and was enjoyable to be around.
Yeah.
During the games, especially during the road games, I've noticed the dog pound, which for anyone who don't remember what the dog pound is, that is a group of students who come and back you up. Hearing them and looking at them cheer for you, how does that make you feel?
Awesome.
I mean, personally, I've gone up to Jeff, who is the leader of the dog pound, basically, many times and being like, we really appreciate you getting everybody here and starting the chants and everybody's screaming. You can hear them jumping and stuff like that because their energy gets put into our game and it gives us more momentum and more drive to do well and things like that. So it definitely plays a big part in at least my game because then I know that I have that big support team. And they're great. I mean, they traveled to all the state games with us and everything like that. And for all the years that the Dog Pound's been together, we're really appreciative of it.
We mentioned the states, and we want to point out that early in the state playoffs you played against Pagoda. There was a problem involving Pagoda when they had a leak in their school on the floor, and had to be moved to another day. Did that have an effect on you guys when this happened?
Well, when we were warming up, I don't really think we knew what was happening at first. We were all in the locker room and we were just waiting and waiting. And if we had played at that point, I think it definitely would have affected our game because we had warmed up and just basically been sitting around for an hour. So I think the fact that we played the next day gave us a lot more confidence and a lot more desire to beat them and just show them that they should have fixed their gym.
But it was good at the same time, if we had to play that night, it probably would have caused a lot of problems for us. But what was good is that when we were alone, it was just the girls because our coaches were outside, checking on everything. And we were inside. It gave us a lot of time to kind of breathe and relax. And we goofed around a lot. So it kind of made it seem a lot less intimidating of a game, even for the next night, because we got to relax a lot.
Let's talk about New Milford. You came within 2 points of going to the state sectional final.
Yeah.
What was it like to play against them? And you went up against the #1 seed, and you're going up against, I think it was do or die right there. What was your thought that you were just 1 second away from that upset?
It's still frustrating to this day, and I'll probably take a really long time until I could fully discuss that game. It's just, it's a disappointment. I mean, it was an amazing game and everyone played amazing, but we were just so close. It's one of those things, so close. But
you had that yourself in soccer too, didn't you?
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Soccer, I guess on sports comparative levels was a very similar situation. In soccer, we were actually up 1-0, and then they scored 2 goals, and the second goal was, it was in a matter of minutes by the end of the game, and from my perspective and Christine's perspective and our teams, it was kicked out of the goalie's hands, so we felt like it was a very undeserving goal. But and they were the first seed also, and then same exact thing with New Milford. We were lost by 2 points. It's just like one basket. So I just I love the experience that I've got, and even being so close. We've played in sectional games for, like, my sophomore year. I played in a sectional game for against Killam. So, you just gotta love the trip there, and I really did. The whole season was worth it. So, I can't let one game win the whole season, but disappointing. But still, the whole season was
Worth it.
yeah.
I kind of think for me, it's just worse with just losing by 2 points. I'd much rather have been, blown out of the water than just losing by 2 points. I think that's the most frustrating part about it.
We're talking with the Butler girls basketball team. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about their experience and talk about the season in general. And still to come, we'll be joined by Craig Hazelman of the Butler Booster Club and talk about the Beefsteak Comedy Night. And, of course, Buzzy's Brain Buster that's coming up when Meet the Coach returns.
It's a lot of fun. It's just crazy out there on the field, and we all love each other. And
For the most part.
we all get along for the most part, so.
Colleen, how about you? How does it feel playing this game?
It's exciting, I guess.
How about you, Christina?
Feels great. I really like field hockey.
Yeah, stop.
Christina, how does it feel playing the game? How does it feel playing the game of field hockey, Christina?
I like when you get the giggles and you can't stop.
Yeah.
You get them a lot though.
Alright, maybe this, okay. Let's just,
Next thing I'm going to say
let's
is
just
this
keep
program
asking
is-
me questions.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just don't think they can talk.
I can talk.
Let's have Allie talk.
Yeah.
And then if you guys want to add in,
agree.
you can add in. But, let's not put the pressure on them. Let's not be like, okay, Christina. Like, Allie will talk and then, someone else will talk. Yeah. Alright, I'll try and do it a little trip.
I'm a really talker. I
Alright.
can do this.
Alright, Allie's gonna go first.
Welcome back to Meet the Coach. We are continuing our conversation with the Butler girls basketball team, and we talked about the states just a few minutes ago. We just want to talk about the regular season in general. And you played Montville 3 times,
Yeah.
and you played the other teams. You played twice,
Yeah.
and you played I think was a very gutsy Lakeland team this year as well. Looking back at this entire season, what team would you like to play again if you had to?
I really, actually, even though we won both times, a really fun game to play is against DePaul
Okay.
because they're just like our rival, and it's exciting. And I would like to play against Lakeland again, especially since we only lost by 2 points last time.
How about you, Jill?
I'd probably say Bill Walsh,
That's fun.
because the first time we got to play him, unfortunately I wasn't allowed to play in that game, and I only got to play against them once, so I really would have won another swing at myself. So.
Christine?
I'd probably say Lakeland, because we maybe redo the first time where we probably weren't as prepared as we should have been, and we came so close the second time. I'd like to chance to probably just beat them.
I'd like to ask you about we talked about the dog pound. There was also a younger group of people that have watched you play as well. When you look at them, they watch you play. What is that like?
I guess I remember being in their spot. I remember when we were freshmen and we went to watch the varsity play, it was like a whole nother world.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess from their perspective, I hope they can look at us and aspire to be able to play varsity too at some point and can continue that road, because it's difficult, but it's definitely worth it.
How about you, Jill?
I agree with what Val says. I hope a lot of times when they look at us playing and stuff, and then they start thinking, well, I want to continue playing basketball and stuff. Because in the beginning of this year, we had a shortage of girls, and we had to go out and basically be like to some of the soccer players, why don't you come out and play basketball and stuff. And that's why we had so many freshmen.
Right.
But also we had even younger, like some siblings that were, say, in elementary school or middle school, always got dragged to the games and had to watch and stuff like that. And for them, I know being in their shoes, when my brothers were older, I got the privilege of seeing Jessie Smith play a lot.
Right.
So, I mean, by watching her, she's really the reason why I wanted to start playing basketball and stuff like that. So, I hope that some of those younger siblings, watch us play and see Val's determination, be like, wow, I really want that determination. And Christine's defense, I mean, her defense against Bot at Villa Walsh was ridiculous. I mean, that was their 1,000-point shooter, and she held her to like 2 points each time they played him. So, I mean, I hope they get to see that and realize what a big impact they make.
We should point out that this is the last year that you guys are facing, and I should say Butler is facing teams like the Villa Walsh, well, not the Villa Walshes, but the DePauls and the Lakelands and the Montvilles. Looking at next year, and I know you're not going to be there next year, but looking at the teams for next year, you're going to be playing the Mountain Lakes, you play Kinnelon, and Boonton, just to name a few. If you had to choose the games or choose the teams you want to face, who would you choose and why?
I guess we're kind of biased because we've grown up with just knowing the conference that we're in now. So, I mean, we know how these teams play and stuff like that. So a part of us always wants to keep that rival with DePaul. And, I mean, that's a huge rival for us. And I really personally don't know how the other teams play. The only other team in our new conference that I know how plays is Kinnelon, because we did play them in the finals our sophomore year.
Okay.
So I guess part of me would really want to play them because knowing how we lost them before, but I think deep down we all know that that game probably could have won also. So it would have been fun to play them, and they always have a great program.
How about you, Christine, if you had to choose?
I guess we are probably biased because those are the teams we played our whole high school career. But I'd say I'd probably like to continue to play them because even though most of them are not Group 1 schools or they're private schools, they're I think their toughness and the difficulty of those games like prepares us for further on in states. So it's good to not have a easier schedule because later on, even if you can't win the conference or it's difficult, it's going to pay off.
So look ahead to your future, and of course you're all seniors. Have you looked at any colleges?
Right now, I'm currently deciding between Florida State University and George Washington University.
What's your major going to be?
I'm majoring in interior design.
How about you, Jill?
Next year I'm going to go to the University of Pittsburgh.
Okay.
And my goal is to become an elementary school teacher.
Christine?
I'm most likely going to be going to Villanova University, and right now I'm a math major.
Good. Are you going to be playing any sports? If you had to choose?
I will most likely be playing club sports, and because of the school I go to is D1, that's a more fit for my athletic ability. And I'll either be playing soccer or basketball or both.
What will you take back from this, from your 4 years of playing soccer and basketball? What memories would you take back, Val?
Everything about sports, all aspects, what you learn just physically, and then friendships that you've made and life lessons you've learned, and time management. Everything about sports is helpful to any student athlete, and I'll take back more things than I could imagine.
How about you, Jill?
I would have to agree. I mean, you have sometimes practice from 3 to 5, or you have it from 3 to 6. You really don't know until that day. So on top of having a lot of the difficult classes that the three of us take together, you really do need to learn how to do time management and stuff like that, which is going to come in handy when we do go away to college with trying to balance everything that we're going to be doing there. So I think that's a huge thing, but plus teamwork, I mean, that was the whole part about playing team sports and stuff like that, so it's going to be easy to work with groups for projects and stuff like that later on in life.
Christine, how about you?
I'd agree mostly with Jill and Val. I think I've learned so much just looking at myself and the three of us freshman year. It's like night and day. The difference between our skills and how shy we were compared to now. Everything's just completely different, and it was all worth it.
You guys ever thought about coaching a sport here in Butler or any place in New Jersey if you so desire?
Possibly when I graduate from college, I might come back. Live at home, coach a little bit.
Jill?
Yeah, I think I might want wherever I end up and stuff like that, try to get into a program, even if it's not like a big head coach or even a big sport town or whatever, just to keep my feet into it, because it's a lot of fun.
What sport would you want to coach if you wanted to?
Probably basketball would probably be the best fit for me.
How about you, Val?
I guess whatever is open.
How about you, Christine?
I'd probably coach soccer because I think I know more about that and I've been playing it longer.
Any last words about your 4 years? What you want to take back?
For everyone who's starting out or new, just enjoy it while it lasts because it'll go fast.
Yeah, I mean, there's sometimes when you really want to scream with all the running and stuff that you have to do on Thanksgiving morning practices and stuff like that. But it's a great time, and any young girl that's thinking about playing basketball in high school, you definitely should do it. It's well worth it and stuff like that, and Elm Strong really aren't that scary.
Christine?
I would agree too. I think playing sports was all worth it, and stick with it for 4 years. It's good for exercise, between that or time management or just making friends. It's all worth it.
Well, I guess I gotta say, you guys made it all worth it for the 4 years, and we look forward to...
Buzzy.
Serious, I mean, you guys really turned the program into what it is, and I hope that you'll come back and see us, and we wish you all the best of luck.
Thanks, Buzz.
Thank you for taking advantage of us. Butler basketball team joining us today on Meet the Coach. We'll take a short break. When we come back, Craig Hazelman will be here, and we'll talk about the annual B-State Comedy Night for the Butler High School Athletic Booster Club. That's coming up when we come back on Meet the Coach.
You gotta be Jesus.
Welcome back to Meet the Coach. Just thought I'd remind everybody to mark your calendars for Saturday the 18th for the annual B-State Comedy Night, which will take place at the Bloomingdale Fire Department. And here to tell us more about it is Craig Hazelman of the Butler Booster Club. Welcome, Craig.
Nice
to
to
the
be
show.
here, Buzz.
Great to have you here.
Before we talk about it, I just got to commend you. You do a fantastic job. The 3 young ladies prior to me did a fantastic job. His parents should be pretty proud of their young ladies.
I think...
And also the 2 boys that are handling this show are doing a great job too, and they do a great job on the TV throughout the season.
Well, we're very happy to hear about that. Let's talk about the B-State Comedy Night. This is the 3rd year that we're doing it. Tell us a little bit more about it.
That's the 3rd year. This was a fundraiser that we came up with 3 years ago. We've been pretty successful with it. Over the 2 years, we've raised about $12,000.
That's fantastic.
And to mention that Scott Peterson is our president, and his wife Lori Peterson has done a tremendous amount of work, along with Rhonda Brand, who is our secretary, and Lori Barateri, who is our treasurer.
Let's talk about the comedians. Now,
Sure.
the last couple of years you had John Pizzi, and last year you had Mike Morse. What was it like having those 2 guys?
Well, John Pizzi, where I was before at the Wayne PAL, I've had him prior, and I knew him, so we brought him, and he was fantastic. He was just a hilarious guy. And Mike Moore, if you know, is a Butler resident, not a Butler resident, but a Butler graduate.
Okay.
And he was great. But this year we wanted to bring back Mike, but Mike was busy away for the couple of weeks we wanted to do it, so we couldn't. So we brought along Gino Biscani and Mike Egan, and I saw bits on them, and they seem to be pretty funny, and hopefully they are.
Tell us a little bit more about these 2 guys.
Again, they're typical comic. They bounce around, in the Improv in New York City, the Borgata in Atlantic City, and Las Vegas and the Riviera. They're around. There's a lot of guys like these, and just like John Pizzi, he goes around to a lot of different places, and they seem to be pretty funny guys, and hopefully that will happen this Saturday night.
For those who don't really know more about the Booster Club, tell us a little bit more about it.
Well, it's a club of some volunteers, and what we do is we raise money for the Sports Booster Club, and what that is for, and it's for the kids in the school, and any sports program that needs money besides the budget that's offered them through the school. And also at the end of the year, we give scholarships to student athletes, and also the awards to the student athletes.
If you look at, we're looking at, this is the 3rd one, Was there one prior to was there a beefsteak comedy night prior to it years ago? Because I think I remembered one with Uncle Floyd, if I'm correct.
I can't tell you that because, as you know, we were in Wayne for prior to that, and so that I can't tell you. Can't give you the answer on that.
I can understand that. Now, we also should point out there's going to be door prizes and
Door prizes like last year, and last year we had about 190 people. The year before we had 230. This year, as of right now, we got about 160. So we still have some room to go. We'd like to raise it up a little by the Saturday night. So.
Well, there's a chance for everybody to come on down and be a part of it. Where can they get tickets?
They can either call me on the Channel 77. It's listed to where you can call either myself or Lori Peterson. And since school is off, you can't go to the main office.
That's for sure.
You could go there, but you can't get in.
Right.
So that's basically where you call me, and I'll put you on the list, and we'll collect your money at the door.
All right. And for those who would like to see some great comedy, especially from a pair of comedians, I suggest come on down and be a part of it, and you might win something as well, right?
We might. It's a great night. There's not too many people that walk away not laughing about it and commenting how good time they have. It's a great beefsteak. The Bloomingdale Firehouse does a fantastic job. It's all the refreshments you can handle for adults, and it's adults only again. But we look forward to having a lot of the people from the school, and that's another thing we like to stress is that this is for the kids of the programs. You know, it's not for anybody else except for the kids and the sports programs that they're related to, and it only benefits them and it benefits us and the community.
I'm telling you, it's going to be a great night, and whoever doesn't come and see it, I say you better have your head examined, because this is going to be one of the best comedy nights I've ever seen, and I got to say I'm looking forward to doing it, and looking forward to seeing everybody over there as well.
Yeah, we gave you the honor of calling some of the prizes out, so that's why you're real happy about that, I guess.
Well, I guess we're going to have to give everybody a chance to know the profession too from all of us. So it's going to be a fun night. Greg, great to see you.
Same here, and again, you do a great job, and so does the TV crew here.
Thank you very much.
And we hope it continues in the community.
We will do our best. Greg, we'll see you on Saturday in Bloomingdale.
Thanks.
Greg Hazelman of the Butler Booster Club, and don't forget the comedy night is this Saturday. It's time for Buzzy's Brain Buster. Let's see if you know the answer to today's question. What current college basketball coach became the first to win 1,000 games in a career? If you think you know, come on back. I'll give you the answer when we come back on The Coach.
To the music, I could do anything. Freaky deaky stars, speckles, and pink butterflies. Life is nice, so nice. I walk into a club and I found paradise. I'm seeing stars, I can't believe my eyes.
Hi everyone, my name is Steve Surratt. I'm a volunteer here at the Triborough Animal Welfare Association here in Butler, New Jersey.
Hi, my name is Gail. Welcome to the cat room of Triborough Animal Welfare. This is the Butler Shelter, and I'll show you some of our residents today.
We're gonna dance all night to this DJ. Sugar dance all night to this DJ. Dance all night to this DJ. I love a dance all night to this DJ.
Welcome back to Meet the Coach. How did you do on Buzzy's Brain Buster? Again, the question, what current basketball coach became the first to win 1,000 games in a career? It happened just a couple of months ago. It was Pat Summitt of the University of Tennessee. Coach Summitt reached 1,000 career wins in February of this year when the University of Tennessee defeated the Bulldogs of the University of Georgia. Now, that victory came 12,445 days later after she won her first game with the Lady Vols back in 1975. What a career she's got. And we also like to congratulate John Martini for who gave the answer to our recent Buzzy's Brain Buster. That question is, how many teams from the World Hockey Association joined the National Hockey League in 1979? It was 4. They were the Hartford Whalers, the Winnipeg Jets, the Quebec Nordiques, and the Edmonton Oilers. Now, 3 of those teams are now relocated. The Whalers are in Carolina to become the Carolina Hurricanes. The Winnipeg Jets are the Phoenix Coyotes, and the Quebec Nordiques are the Colorado Avalanche. And those 3 teams, along with the Oilers, have won Stanley Cups. Only the Coyotes are yet to win a cup. Just like to remind everybody that since we were talking about fundraisers before, we have another fundraiser we want to let you know about. The Butler High School Athletic Alumni Association is going to be holding a golf outing and barbecue on May 15th, beginning at 8 a.m. at the Rolling Greens Golf Club, and the proceeds will benefit Delaney's Dream. Now, Delaney's Dream is an organization that will help Delaney Brown, who is the daughter of Courtney and Bobby Brown, and the cost is $100 for golf and barbecue. It will take place again May 15th at the Rolling Greens Golf Club in Newton, New Jersey. If you want to know more, be sure to call our friend Bob Jones at 973-866-0628 or check Channel 77. They'll give you all the details on that. And speaking of Channel 77 and Butler AV channel, if you would like to see Meet the Coach, check it out on the AV channel right here at AV 77, or better yet, check out ButlerAVchannel.net and get all the stuff there. I tell you, we had a great time today. Say thanks to the Butler girls basketball team. That includes Val Roosevelt, Joe Miller, and Lucy Carroll. Greg Hazelman, thank you for your input on this upcoming Beef Steak Comedy Night, which will take place Saturday at the Butler Hall. And we hope to see you over there. And we hope to see you back here as well. I'm John Busnell. Thank you for joining us today. We hope to see you again the next time. Once again,